What up, what up? It's about 6:08 in the morning. I have a DIY over in Vallejo that I want to get scaped up. I've done it in a previous episode before. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll throw some clips up and I'll leave the link in the description so you guys can go check it out. It's actually one of the cooler ones that I've done, but it definitely has a lot more work that I needed to do when I was there. I just wasn't able to handle it all in that day, so we're gonna go get that little area nice and scaped up for the community and then catch a session on it. So I'll see you guys when we get over there. We just pulled up. I'm gonna do a little walkthrough for those of you that haven't seen the last cleanup. All right, so here's the front. Got all of this to do. Got a little rail right there, pole jam over there, a little wooden quarter pipe. This place is pretty big. Little rainbow rail, little Euro gap. There's some obstacles over there too. So I want to get the whole lot cleaned up, obviously. Remember, it's not just about the skate spot, it's about keeping these communities clean. So I'm definitely going to start around the obstacles, obviously, just because that's where the easier work is. And then I'll push my way out that way, and we'll see how much we can get done today. Oh yeah, start time's 8 o'clock on the dot. What up, what up? Welcome back to another episode of Scape and Destroy, a series where I go around to overgrown skate spots, skate parks, DIYs, I landscape them up, and then I skate. I'm over here in Vallejo again, getting a little bit of maintenance done, and we're also going to scape up some more of the surrounding area to stoke out the community. Last time I was here, the grasses were about waist high, and I was just too overwhelmed to get it all done. We're going to change that today and get the whole lot scaped up. There's a lot of work to be done here, but we'll get it handled. The good thing is, it looks like the city came out and maintained the spot that I did last time, so that's a good sign. Hopefully they'll do the same for the stuff that I scape up today. Update, time to let you all know what I'm thinking. Some of you guys might think that this little bit that I'm doing is a bit unnecessary, but trust me, it's worth it. I'm just trying to get all the easy stuff done before I start tackling the bigger stuff. I usually do it the other way around, and then I'm tired by the time it's 3 o'clock. So I'm gonna try to switch it up a little bit, weed whack the edges, and then run my mower over it. So yeah. Last time I came here, like I said, the grasses were about waist high in this whole area. You'll see in the clips that I add later on how tall it was. So I definitely made sure to bring my lawnmower with me. I don't often find spots that require a lawnmower, but when I do find one, it's kind of nice because I'm constantly weed whacking. I was looking forward to splitting this job up between my mower and my weed whacker, but apparently I didn't do a good enough job of scouting for big items.
That wasn't good.
Yeah, I just ran over a gigantic piece of metal. Well, that sucks. I was afraid that was gonna happen. Just ran that beast over with my mower, and I'm pretty sure she's dead. Damn it, dude. I literally just bought this thing, got it nice and fixed up. That sucks. Well, she's done. Looks like I'm weed whacking everything. If you guys want to help me buy a new mower, go buy a t-shirt. I'll put the link in the description. You can also make a one-time donation. That'll be in the description as well. Yeah, that really sucks. I just bought that mower not even a year ago. I just recently got it maintenance too and spent a decent chunk of money getting it nice and fixed up. I took it to my local small engine repair shop and they said it was going to be around $500 or $600 to get replaced, which was about what I spent on it, so I said that I was over it. Pretty unfortunate, but whatever, it's a tool. Stuff happens. I was really looking forward to using it on this job to save me from weed whacking a crap ton, like I said though. Anyways, back to the cleanup. I'm not sure what these plants are called that I'm trimming up, but when I would weed whack them, they smelled exactly like black licorice. It was pretty weird. I leave my tools inside the cab of my truck when I'm on these cleanups so that people can't snag them when I'm not looking at them. And now my whole truck smells like black licorice. Normally I would be upset at that because black licorice smells pretty fake, but this one actually smells pretty natural, so it's kind of refreshing. I don't know, it's weird. Looks like either the city or the locals planted some succulents and some other plants, so I left them. There was a lot of trash on this cleanup, all sorts of trash too. Anything you can think of, pointy things, alcohol bottles, everything. Got to the point to where it was too time consuming to pick up trash and make piles, so I just weed whacked everything and then raked up the debris and threw it into my truck.
Battery died.
Today is not my day, and I thought I woke up all early, prepared and stuff. I thought I had my gas powered tools in my truck too, but they're not in there, so I'm gonna be able to just get as much done as I can that my batteries allow me to do, and then I'm gonna have to come back. And also, I usually like to pick up trash as I go. As you can tell, there's a lot of little trash, but I'm gonna get done as much of the landscaping as I can, and then at the end, I'll come and pick up all of the small trash and then get it in the truck and haul it out. But yeah, just a little update for y'all. I realized at this point that my gas powered tools weren't in the bed of my truck. I thought I had put them in there this morning, but I guess I was wrong. Not only was there a crap ton of trash, there was a crap ton of dirt too. It was hard not making Arizona-sized dust storms sometimes. I tried to minimize it as best as I could, especially when people and cars were coming around, but sometimes I just had to go for it. And I do hear all of your recommendations for tools and stuff that I should get, like the power sweeper. I definitely want to get myself one of those. I'm just prioritizing my finances right now since money's coming in pretty slow. But damn, does that thing look nice. And it'll probably save me a crazy amount of time too. Oh, and masks. I don't know why I haven't bought those yet. I'm just dumb.
Battery died.
So many black licorice plants. We're almost done with them now. I think there's only a few left to do. Oh, never mind. There's a crap ton more. I forgot to press record, but I got these guys trimmed up. Moving on to that one. All right, well, the last battery to my blower died, and I only have a little bit left of my weed whacker, so I'm just gonna weed whack as much as I can until I run out, and then I'm gonna have to come back. I really thought I was prepared this time, but My lawnmower getting destroyed definitely threw a wrench in today's plans, but it's all good. We got a solid chunk done. We'll come back and handle the rest either tomorrow or Thursday. Yeah, now that I'm looking back on this, I probably should have done this weed whacking first. I could have handled that with my mower. All of these were way easier to do. Whatever, just another learning experience. I should probably lay off the raw garden carts though. Do a better job at checking my surroundings for big bulky items before I just run my lawnmower over metal poles. My phone died. It's all good though. Got a solid chunk done today. May not look like it, but got a lot of the hard parts done. I wanted to get all of the sections where the obstacles were done, but I ran out of battery. But we'll get that handled next time. And then it's really just weed whacking all of this stuff. And then the parking lot over there. 11:13 is when we're leaving. I'm back, baby. Day 2. Let's get this place scaped up. Left the house at 6. 7:45 is the start time. All right, we're back for day 2, and I'm feeling a lot better this time. Came way more prepared. Actually brought my tools. I was hoping to get all of the black licorice plants done yesterday so that I could just start off with weed whacking the easy stuff today, but my batteries died before I could do that. Like I said earlier, there was so much trash in this cleanup, and not just trash, but dirty trash. I freaking weed whacked a used rubber. There was a pile of human crap, pointy things. What's wrong with people?
Pack your trash.
I don't know why it's hard for people to just throw something in the trash can. They're all around you. It's really just laziness and entitlement.
I got new sacks.
Just another reason why I love doing these cleanups. Not only do I get to skate rad spots, but I get to help keep my community and the communities around me clean. I don't know if you could see that car that pulled up earlier. I don't really want to say his name because I'm not sure if he wants me to, but he was a local resident and he was super thankful that I was helping clean up the community. I had no joke, like 10 people stop and tell me the same thing. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but there's quite a bit of dirt right there. I'm gonna have to leave that. Normally I would scoop it up and throw it onto the side, but I got lots to do and I don't want to dust out the entire neighborhood, so yep. There was a couple shady characters that I had to keep my eyes on because they kept getting close to my truck. But other than that, it seemed like this community was filled with a bunch of hardworking people. It's pretty crappy that areas like this get left unattended by the city. I mean, at least to this extent. I know they come in and weed whack and stuff like that every now and then, but it shouldn't look this bad. Like I said, I probably had about 10 people stop and tell me how thankful that they were that I was cleaning this up. Not only was there all that trash that they have to worry about that I was talking about earlier, but there's also nails everywhere. I almost didn't want to drive in the parking lot because I didn't want to get one in my tire. When areas like this get left unattended too, it promotes illegal dumping. There were signs everywhere. And the worst part is all the kids in the neighborhood can't really use this spot for its full potential. Hopefully now that it's nice and cleaned up, the city will take some initiative to keep up on the maintenance. But if not, I'll come back and keep up on it as much as I can. The shifty characters are out in full force today. So much dust. So hyped that Still hooked me up with these tools. These quiet ones really help in areas like this. Not that I don't love my gas powered tools, but it's a lot nicer using the quiet ones early in the morning and not upsetting anyone. I've had quite a few run-ins with Karens over the backpack blower over my years. And don't get me wrong, I'll be the first one to admit that those things are pretty damn annoying, but I'm just doing my job. Not much I can do about it. This section of weeds were just really stubborn, so I just took my shovel to them. They came out pretty easy that way. All right, quick update. We got this little section done. I'm gonna save this little strip for the very end, just because it'll be really quick to do. But those shifty characters are still hanging out over there. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but that was the section I wanted to go start on next. But I'm just gonna finish this section over here where all the other obstacles are, and then I'll start weed whacking the field. That way I could work my way around this way and then just blow all the debris into the wood chips. But yeah, the more you know. Homie across the street wanted some string. I was supposed to give it to him yesterday, but I couldn't find him when I left, so he just rode his bike over to snag some. He's got some thin shit that like breaks down super easy, so I gave him some of mine.
Yeah, those characters that I was talking about were like working on a bike off in the parking lot. But one of them was drinking a Modelo at like 8:30 in the morning, and he kept walking by my truck super close. You do you with the Modelo, I don't really care, but I don't know why you have to walk 2 feet from my truck and be all snoopy. And I'm not trying to be judgmental, I just don't want to get stabbed or robbed. You never know with people nowadays, so you gotta keep your head on a swivel and be weary. Call me paranoid, I guess. I don't know. These black licorice plants are just endless, apparently.
Check it out. We're actually starting to see progress. I'm gonna load all these guys up, and then we got all this side pretty much done. I'm gonna start weed whacking this side so that when I get over to the parking lot over here, I could just weed whack all of that and then blow it into here, aside from the trash, of course.
All right, this is where I was starting to get kind of excited because you can really see the whole DIY opening up, and you can see the progress of the whole lot.
Oh yeah, really starting to make some headway now. I just want to give you a little bit of an update where my brain is. There's this whole open lot right here that I'm probably gonna have to come back for a third round, just so that I can get this section done. As you can tell, there's lots that need to be done. So I'm gonna do this sidewalk right here, just because there's this little 4 or 5 stair, little rail and stuff. So I'll scape this up and then blow all the debris into this side, and then we'll come back and handle this another time. Battery died.
There was some weird tags at this spot. That one off to the right with the phone number, and it had something about faxing some papers to Michelle Obama or something, if I can remember correctly. It was weird.
Quick little update. We got this little side all scaped up. Kind of went a little ham off camera. Sorry about that, but she's looking good. All right, so I really hate to break this up into another day, but I'm getting kind of tired. and I don't really want to start this today. So I'm gonna go and weed whack on the wood chips, like I said earlier, and then we'll come back. I have responsibilities tomorrow, which is Friday, so I'll come back on Saturday and handle this, and then we'll catch a session.
Well, this is the section that I should have done with my mower, like I said earlier, but I'm an idiot. I say that because the parking lot that's off to the left here by the apartment complex ended up being the hardest section to do. There was so much debris and weeds built up in that section, I was hoping that I could just weed whack it and then blow it off into the wood chips, but it didn't end up being that easy. I don't want to spoil it for you, you'll see what I mean later on.
Oh yeah, making progress. That section you guys just watched me do would have been so easy to do with my mower, but we got it done. And then I just hit the pavement right here. So this whole section I'm gonna save for when I come back, and I'm gonna finish weed whacking along the chips and stuff. So let's get that handled up real quick.
Yeah, that parking lot that I just showed you, that ended up being the most challenging section, like I said.
Ran out of string.
This is the last black licorice plant, finally.
Oh yeah, let's go, baby. It's starting to look good. Pretty much got the whole DIY nice and scaped up. The only section that's not scaped up is the quarter pipes. And then we're gonna do this parking lot next when we come back on Saturday. And that's all. All right, I'll see you all on day 3 when we finish this scape up. Get some clips. 2:36 is the end time today. Third and final day, baby. Let's get this place scaped up.
All right, we're on the final stretch. We just got to do this section by the apartment complex, then we can get some clips. It's Saturday, and I messed up by not doing this section first because there was people in and out of the apartment. I should have done it on a weekday when less people were here. Just not trying to blast people in the face with rocks and debris, but we still managed to get it done. Again, most people were pretty chill, but I think there was a couple people that were pretty irritated, and rightfully so. It was the weekend. Finally made it over by the quarter pipes. This section was super overgrown when I first came. Or at least like the pavement and driveway section of it was.
Totally forgot to press record. Hopefully that doesn't become a trend today. Also, I'm not sure. I'm gonna definitely get like the weeds away from the cars right here. But as far as like blowing and stuff, I don't wanna dust out their nice new Honda. So I'm probably gonna leave that section how it is other than getting the weeds out from the pavement, and then I'll continue working this way.
Yeah, this is when I realized that it was going to take me a lot longer to complete this section of the cleanup. There was just too much foot traffic. You can't really tell right here, but there was people coming in and out of the apartment complex. And like I said, I didn't want to blast them with dirt and debris. And not only that, but the wind was working against me this day. So everything that I was kicking up was blowing right to my face, and it made blowing everything around a lot harder. Looking back on it, I should have just started on the opposite end of the parking lot and worked my way this way. I just didn't want to blow all the debris towards the street because I didn't want to create extra work for myself by having to haul all of it into the dirt or into my truck. Whatever. Hindsight's always 20/20. That car right there, you can tell is old and just sitting there. You can't tell here, but it's kind of rusty and the registration is outdated. Doesn't mean I wasn't careful around it. I just wasn't as worried about it as I was that brand new Honda that was here earlier. I could tell that she wanted to park right there, and I was trying to tell her that I would stop working in this area so that she could, but she was over it. My bad. I tried to speed up my pace so that I wouldn't annoy the residents. You can really start to tell how much dirt was built up in this parking lot right here.
All right, so unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to leave this section like that because there's too much traffic. So I'm gonna pick up this stuff and then continue working my way that way.
Not gonna lie, I was already starting to get pretty tired at this point. I think the day started to catch up to me. But you know we always gonna push through to get escaped up and catch a session. Come on.
Battery dead.
This is where the power sweeper would start to come in handy. Sun's starting to come out. It's gonna start warming up here soon. The weather's pretty interesting here. It's like super foggy in the morning and then it gets super hot later in the afternoon. Alright, this is where I really started to get antsy to skate. Starting to stare at the quarter pipes and then see all the obstacles opening up. Really made me want to get some clips. Hopefully I still have some legs after this cleanup so that I can get some.
Ah, I didn't record that again. My bad.
Lay off the carts, my dude.
All right, cars park along right here. And I already kind of pushed my limits with working in this zone, so I'm gonna skip this area until I can come back another time when cars aren't here and then escape that up.
Now that I'm looking back on it, I should have at least trimmed up that grass a little bit. I just really wasn't trying to annoy the residents, and I felt like I pushed my luck, like I said. This whole section of the cleanup is where you really start to see all the trash come out. A lot of it probably blows in from the ocean, but you can tell that some of it was dumped here. One of the residents came out and asked if I wanted a water or something. I told him that I was all set, but it definitely reassured me that I wasn't annoying anybody, at least most of them.
Look who showed up!
All right, it's kind of hard to tell, but this whole area that I'm sitting on right here is just filled with dirt. So I'm gonna get all of the debris that I blew against the wall and I'll pick that up and then get that out of here. But all of this stuff right here, I'm probably just gonna blow into a pile, get the thicker debris, and then just leave the dirt and all that stuff. Pick up all this trash, and then we just got to get a little bit more weed whacking and we'll start catching a section.
All right, so this is a section that I thought was going to go by pretty quick. I thought I was just going to weed whack everything up and then blow it into the wood chips. But like I said, the wood was pushing against me, so it was really making everything difficult. I was getting super antsy to skate and really annoyed, to be honest with you. We all have our off days. Yeah, see, now that I'm looking at this, I should have started off to the right and blew all of the debris into this pile that I'm weed whacking right here. There was no way I was going to get this section down to the pavement. It was just too much. If I had started on the opposite end, I could have blew everything with the wind and it would have been way easier. And this is the area where I was talking about that human pile of crap being that I almost weed whacked. Absolutely disgusting. What kind of sicko just goes and plops a dookie right here? Come on. Don't mean to be vulgar, but gosh.
All right, just this last little section. I totally forgot to show you guys the start time today. I was here just before 10 o'clock. It's like 9:50 something. Let's go, baby. Got it all scaped up. Do a little walkthrough for you guys.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Why'd you skip so much? I was honestly just getting way too frustrated and wanted to get it done. It took me, no joke, about 2 hours just to get that section of the parking lot done. It was absolutely insane. But it's all good. We persevered and got it done. Here's some before and afters of what the lot looked like and the DIY. There was definitely some more stuff that I wanted to get done, but I think all in all, it looks really good. And of course, I'll be back for some more maintenance in the future, so we'll get all of the other stuff that I missed then. Do a quick little skate of the DIY so you can see the whole thing in its entirety. And my bad for the dumb tags, not much I can do about it. There's just some stupid people in this world. I don't know why you gotta try to gangbang on some skaters. You do you though, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much a wrap for this cleanup. I hope you guys like it. You know, I'm having a blast doing all of these, and I'm trying to do a lot more traveling, so I hope to see you all in your town one day. I'm gonna let the skating play out without my yapping so you can enjoy it. I still can't believe all of the support that you guys show on a daily basis. It's actually insane. I had a goal of hitting 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we just smashed 30K. Saying that is still almost unbelievable, but here we are. And I hope you guys understand how grateful I am that we're building this Scape and Destroy community.
All right, she's looking good. There's obviously some sections that I really just couldn't get all the way down to the pavement, so I'll have to get that another time. Got all this section looking good. Oh yeah, I'm ready to skate.
Here's a couple of clips from the oil cleanup. You can really tell how overgrown it was that time. But that's a wrap for me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Much love, everyone.
New shoes are throwing me off. Mini dump truck? Hey. Alright, that's it. I'm freaking beat, so tried to backside flip this for you guys and I couldn't get it, but got some clips for you. And if you guys want to help with travel expenses and tool and truck maintenance, I'll leave my merch link and a donation link down in the description if you guys are in a position to help. It's really helping me a lot, more than you guys know. The videos are making money and stuff, and I definitely have sponsorship money coming in, but it's very slow. By the time it does come in, it's pretty much spent. Not that it's your guys' responsibility at all, but yeah, just letting you guys know what's going on. If you can't help financially, I completely understand. The world's fucked for everyone. But if you could do me a favor, leave a like, a subscribe, all that good stuff. It really helps the channel grow, gets the word out there. Yeah, I hope you guys liked today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Much love, everyone. I totally forgot to mention what time it was when I stopped working, by the way. I think I said I got here at not like a little over 9:50. I stopped working at 2:46, so we'll call it about 5 hours. Altogether, it was 15 hours of labor and 12 hours of drive time. So yeah, it was another long one this time, but it's looking good.